Welcome back, guys. I'm Alec. We're working with the old girl today. Let me show you what we got planned. So first of all, this brake caliper over here, it was leaking. You guys can even see, look at that residence right there. Remnants, if I can speak the language. We've had these brake calipers here for a couple weeks. I've been procrastinating, so we're gonna slap them on today. And then what we're gonna do is, I'm tired of looking at these side steps here, these running boards. They don't match the truck anymore. We're gonna unbolt them, we're gonna get rid of it. We're gonna see what the underneath of this fender is looking like, or rocker's looking like. It looks to be a-okay, but we'll confirm. Lastly, we're gonna rip these mud flaps off. Once again, they kind of have that diamond plated look to them, and they're going. So that's what we got going on today. Look at these fresh bad boys. These aren't remans, these are brand new. I mean, they're still from China. All right, so here's our brake caliper. Obviously, what I like to do, and some of you guys might scream at me, is I like to take a pair of vice grips and I'll actually clamp off our brake line. That way we're not gonna bleed fluid everywhere and we don't have to bleed the entire system. So what I like to do is usually I'll take a rag, but I don't have any rags with me right now. And yeah, just clamp her off. And then we can unbolt this bolt, and ideally we're not gonna lose that much brake fluid. Well, I forgot to turn the camera on. It's a 9/16 banjo bolt that I just pulled out. I'm gonna keep this around just in case the new one we got isn't the right one. And then this just breaks free. Pretty simple setup. Ideally, you don't wanna get any crud or dirt into this, this line here. So I'm gonna wrap this up and just put her off to the side. Now we actually got the caliper as well as the caliper bracket brand new as well. So I'm gonna slap that on too. We got 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4 to undo. Well, we found our first snag with our new calipers here. So obviously with our old caliper brackets, our old bolt slides in nice and easily, if I could hold it properly. Our Chinesium caliper brackets. Our bolt does not go in our thread, so we got a different thread pattern. Oh, there goes our bolt on these new caliper brackets. Not the end of the world. I'll just reuse these with the new caliper. I think it should work, hopefully. All right, old brackets. Going back on the truck. We'll slip our pads back in. The fun part, let's get our plug out. So we'll bring our line back around. Now one mistake I've made is that you leave this old washer on here, so we're gonna wanna get that off. Sometimes you might need a little pick. So we're just gonna, there she goes. Just like that. Again, try not to get that much crud into these lines here. And the key with a banjo bolt, which is what this thing is right here, is you have to have 2 washers, 1 on each side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 1 washer on top like that, and 1 washer on the bottom to seal this thing. And we're gonna tighten it down. Perfect. Now we can release our pinched line, which again, I'm sure someone will complain that's not the right way, which it is not, but that's what I do. Lastly, what we want is we're gonna open up this bleeder here because this caliper has no brake fluid in it. So we're gonna wanna start to at least gravity bleed this caliper. You can see these air bubbles coming up. That's exactly what we want. We're gonna push all that air out of this caliper. And yeah, so we still got air coming out. Now, as we let that drip, we do want to make sure our brake fluid's topped up, because if we drain this, then we got to bleed the whole truck and it gets, yeah, not great. So just make sure we're topped up with fluid. Maybe even get these stickers off. So here's the whole problem. You guys can see, you know, it looks like a leaking wheel seal, but it just smells like brake fluid. And yeah, you can see the brake caliper. It's leaking somewhere, leaking down, dripping off the ball joint. So, you can see we were leaking right from this piston right here, leaking down. Must have broke the seal or something, the O-ring in there. That is our problem right there, unfortunately. Brake fluid is nasty, corrosive too. You don't really want to get that shit on your hands. For the fun part, we'll get our plug out of our caliper here. We'll bring, so once again, we want to get this, this washer off of here. If we don't, if we put two washers by accident, it'll most likely leak brake fluid, which is not what we want. And we got another one. Right. This one's really stuck on here. There we go. Okay. We got our new banjo bolt with one copper washer. We'll put our second one on. Again, these things don't need to be crazy tight. Those copper washers do a pretty good job of sealing banjo bolt. Nice and snug. Open her up, and we should get some brake fluid coming up just like so. You can see I'm messing around with this bleeder because I'm getting fluid coming out, but there's no air bubbles coming out with that fluid, and the brake caliper is empty, so we should be getting air bubbles like we did on the other side. Not the end of the world, but as you see when we bleed this side of the truck, there is a ton of air, and it just makes for a harder time bleeding the system. All right, down. Should have had some more light down there, but hopefully you guys can see on the right-hand side there's a ton of air in that caliper, and it's squirting brake fluid everywhere. Off. Down. Yep. Off. Down. Yep. Now on the left-hand side, you can see or hear that there really isn't much air coming out of that caliper. Down. And that's what I mean by it's just, if you gravity bleed them before, it makes your life a little bit easier. Off. Down. Off. That side's pretty good there. Calipers are on, brakes are bled, brakes are topped up with fluid. We got our wheels back on. Next up is these running boards, side steps, whatever you want to call them. They are leaving. Get your peepers in here a little closer. So underneath these running boards, not looking bad at all. Even on the back side, these rockers look pretty damn good. for this climate anyways. Oh, what else is new? We got a broken ground strap, looks like. Body to frame. That's probably pretty important. I'll have to look into that. I don't know what that is. Maybe someone in the comments can let me know. And then that's fine. Just a cross member holding our transmission and transfer case. Looks a little tight with these tires here. Good news is that I'm actually moving to a new shop. Next, I'm gonna rip these mud flaps off because I just don't like them. I think eventually I'd like to get some like kickback or some gator back mud flaps on here. I think that might look okay. For now, I'm gonna leave it and just see what I think. If I want mud flaps, we'll slap them on. Well, here she is in some actual sunlight. Seems like it's been a long time since this thing's seen the sun. I think this truck just looks way cleaner without those running boards. The mud flaps, I could take them or leave them. I just thought, because they were like the diamond plated style as well, thought I'd take them off as well. I think they look really, really good. You can just, I think it adds, I don't know, almost like a little bit of height to the truck. I don't know, maybe not height. I don't know. The truck just looks, it just looks so much cleaner. I think that's the way I can put it. Yeah, it just, I like the way this truck is looking. Here's the other side for you guys. Just the sun's gonna be in all of our eyes. Yeah, it just looks clean. It looks clean. That's what I like about it. It's just clean. And that's what I'm going for. I just want a good OEM plus looking truck that's got that original factory look that just looks. Now, I did actually get my exhaust system. We got an MBRP stainless steel. It's gonna be really good. So I'm excited to get that on the truck. Our first actual like performance modification, dare I say, for this truck. We're gonna get an air intake as well, obviously. We'll put a tune on it, but hopefully we can install that exhaust system either next time or the time after that. Another thing I'm gonna do here shortly is we're gonna get new hub lockers on here. The OGs of this build remember that when I ripped this hub apart, put new bearings, it was very rusty. I think it's because this thing was cracked, probably letting moisture in. We'll zip around the other side here. The other side, when I put new bearings in here, was much, much cleaner, and you can see the hub locker is not cracked. So we're gonna get some new worn premium hub lockers. They're gold, and I'm excited to start driving this thing a little bit more. As you guys can see, I really don't drive. I still got the tire stickers on it because, well, we still got the salt on the roads here. Maybe a month or so we should be in the clear to get this baby. I don't know, I might even try and daily this summer. It's just it's such a slick ride. I love driving it too. Well, I hope you guys liked the video. That's it for today. Like I mentioned there briefly during the video, I am moving to a different shop. We're gonna have a lift. It's a lot bigger. We're gonna have a lot more space to play, and that should be coming down next month. I'll give you guys a tour of that shop. Like I said, lots of potential, so I'm pretty excited about that. Anyways, if you did like the video, don't forget to leave that thumbs up. And if you like cool stuff like this, don't forget to subscribe. We'd love to have you on board. Anyways, enough of me. We'll see you in the next freaking video.